Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, depending on where you are. Welcome to the second day of Knitmas here on the Knitting TurnPike. My name is Gina Pike. For those of you who may not know me, who may be just joining me for the first time, I'm going to be doing a series of 12 shows leading up to Christmas Eve, which is December 23rd. I have a series of 12 different things that I'm going to be sharing throughout this 12. There's a whole thing of 12s going on here. I'm so glad that you're here to join me today. One of the things that I have for the 12 days is the 12 Friends of Christmas. The first day, I had a special friend with me, Ursula of OM Granny Square. And today I have one of my really good friends, Barb of Knotty Yarnies. And I'm going to bring her up and we're going to get started here. Good morning.
Hello, everyone. How are you today, Gina?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Very, very good, actually.
That's good. Let me let you introduce yourself. These, there might be some people here who may not know you, or maybe watching the replay. And maybe let me give you a little bit of history. Barb and I have known each other since the beginning of the summer. We did a crochet collaboration together, along with Lorraine of Chatelaine Makes, and we've been really good friends since then. And I'm so happy to have you here today. But maybe tell a little bit about who you are, your channel here on YouTube for the people.
Hi, everybody. I'm Barb from Knotty Yarnies, as you can see down here. I have been on YouTube since May of 2020, I guess. So I'm one of those that started in the pandemic times. But it was more a matter of timing. I didn't even know there was such a thing as the YouTube with knitting and crocheting in, and I just knew I had to be a part of that. So I knit and I crochet. I've knitted since I was a child, but I really only knitted flat things until like last year. And then I learned to crochet about 6 years ago from Mikey from the Crochet Crowd. I like to say that I've learned everything I know from crochet from him, because anytime I need a stitch or anything, this man right here, this guy, um, he is an awesome teacher, very patient. His videos are nice and slow. So I do that. And then I do a little bit of hand dyed yarn in cotton and in wool. I do lots of other crafts, but mostly just crochet and knitting. And I do a little bit of loom knitting as well. But that about sums everything up.
One of the things I love about your channel is that you really do a really great job of doing both. I think I struggle with the crochet and showing more crochet stuff, but you do a great job. You have a knitting show and you have a crochet show now, which I love that, because you can, you know, if one person really doesn't really care for the knitting or the crochet, they can look at one or the other, or they can learn, they know what you're going to be talking about, which is a really great thing. So I like that a lot. If you don't mind, let's go ahead and welcome some people in this morning and get started. We have a lot of things to cover this morning. And I want to just, before we do get to welcoming people in, I do want to say that if you are a member of mine, you will have a blue wrench by your name. You can, if you have some kind of something to share with us, like if you have a channel or a craft show, you're welcome to put a link into this chat and share that with us. If other people need links drop, go ahead and let us know. If I have somebody who can do that, can help out, that'd be great. If not, I'm sure that I will get to it, or maybe Barb can help me as well. We'll get to it. But I just want to mention that if you guys do need that and want to do that, please do. This is all about a community. We all help each other out. We all share what we're working on. And everybody does their things a little bit differently. And we all need to stand together and support each other. So let me just get that out of the way. And let's see. Let me make sure I think that was what I wanted to say. I think that was, I'll probably will have something else come to my mind. You know how it goes. Let's see, this morning we have some people joining us. We have, and also just so you know, if you need to check out Barb's channel, link is pinned at the very top of the chat. So please go check out our channel. And then all my other members will be scrolling as well throughout the chat. Carrie, good morning, Carrie. Our beautiful friend Carrie Alfieri is joining us from Canada. It's nice to have you here. And Zara, Verna, good morning. Verna, it's a little early for you because she's on the West Coast. Thank you for getting up and joining us this morning. We have Lorraine here. We were just talking about you. Good morning. How are you doing today? Let's see. We have Zach is joining us. Zach's Crafts and More. Good morning. It's nice to have you here. And Vita's here, and Vita's from India. We have Linda, Yarnin, and Darnin. Love that name. Good morning. It's nice to have you here. And we have Taylor. Taylor LT is here. Good morning to you, sweetheart. Love you. Glad to see you here. We have Sarah. Good morning. Crochet, a knit. I'm sorry, Crooked, a knit and crochet. I know she's from Canada. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for joining us. Raquel is here. Raquel is joining us from Oregon on the Pacific Coast. So she got up early too. And Raquel is one of my new members. Thank you for joining my members group. I appreciate you doing that, helping me do my giveaways. And thank you for being here today. It's really nice to have you here. Let's see. Katia is joining us here this morning. Good morning. And we were just talking about Granny D. Barb and I was. So good morning, D. It's nice to have you here. I hope you're feeling better today. I know you were a little under the weather. I hope you're feeling better today. We always miss it when you can't do a live show. But you being here, I'm hoping that's a sign that you're feeling better. It's always lovely to see my sweet D. We have Bunny Crochet here and Lisa Yarn Lover, Demetra. Everybody's saying good morning to everybody. We have Coupon Gail. Good morning. It's nice to see you here. We have Connie. Hi, with just another stitch. She's saying, how y'all doing? We're doing good. How are you doing today? We have Tony Christensen. Good morning. How are you doing? He's lurking because he's at work. I appreciate that. He's going to listen mostly, but he wants to say hi. Thank you for joining us. I know he's in North Dakota, so he's got some nice winter weather going on, and it's so nice. Thank you for joining us. It's lovely to see you. Let's see. Carlene is here with us this morning. Good morning. And Melissa Crochets with Love. It's so lovely to see you here. And Michelle is here. And I am kind of go through this a little bit faster than I did the other day. I always kind of get a little slow, and I want to try to keep up with the chat a little bit better. Dorit is joining us from Israel. Good morning, Dorit. If I do miss somebody, please just bring it to my attention because I don't want to miss anybody. I'm so happy everybody's here. Michelle is here. Michelle Carter. We hope you're doing well too. Oh my goodness. We have Taylor. Taylor, thank you. Taylor joined my new members group. Thank you so much. If you guys don't mind, I love to do a little thank you video. Thank you so much, Taylor. My members are that's a way to help me do the giveaways especially with the shipping and things like that. So I really do appreciate that. Ingrid is here. Ingrid's joining us from South Africa. How are you, my friend? I hope you're doing better today. Been thinking about you a lot and hoping you're doing well. Susan is here. Hello. She's saying stopping in to say hi. And then we have Aisha. And I cannot say your last name. I apologize. Aisha M. Good morning. It's nice to have you here. Let's see. Everybody. Jen is here. Jen Reeves. It's nice to see you. And we have Alyssa, Queen Bee Crochet. Good morning. She's going to be starting her channel in January. I saw some beautiful angels that she made on Linda's channel. It's nice to have you here this morning. Thank you. Oh, and thank you. You're right. I knew that, but thank you. Her name is Wanda. I apologize. Thank you for my brain's not working very well these days. So thank you. Everybody's saying good morning. Have I missed anybody? We have Angel here again. Good morning, Angel. It's nice to see you. And Patty is here. Hi, Patty. Mary Beth has made it here. Good morning. She's saying I'm here. Stacy is here. I hope we got your stuff worked out with your settings yesterday or the other day. I know you had trouble. I hope it's working. I had put her as a hidden user. I don't know how I did it, but I hope we got that fixed. So apologize for that. Connie's saying she's doing well this morning, working on her temperature blanket. All right. I think we've said hello to everybody and welcomed everybody in, and those coming in. Welcome. We have Rosemary. I did see Rosemary. One of the things I wanted to chit chat with Barb on is, and I also want to invite you guys uh, to participate in this as we ask these questions, or if Barb asks a question of me, if I ask a question of her, we invite you guys to participate in the chat. And also, if you're watching this on replay, please put comments down below. We love to. This is what, for me, and I know for Barb, the live shows are about the connection, the getting to know you guys a little bit better and a little bit faster setting, because we get immediate answer versus, send a message, wait, send a message, wait. So please, we encourage you to answer these questions. If you have questions of us, please put them in there. We'll try to get to them as much as we can. I do get a little bit bogged up in the chat, but I will try to stay on a better pace today. So let's see. First thing I want to know, because I know my friend Barb, she's like turbo boost Barb. She has a button. I don't know how she does it. I wish I had been created with the turbo boost button, but she gets so much projects done for knitting and crochet. So I want to know what you have been working on. I saw your video that you just released about crochet, and it was a lot. But what are you currently working on right now?
I just want to say thanks for mentioning about that. I have it in 2 parts now because that's something new. And I had so many people, like I asked people what they thought about it. And some I had that just crocheted, some I did have that just knit. And my videos were getting so long because I do get so much accomplished in the weeks between podcasts that it's like now, so I could have a knitting podcast one week and a crochet one the next. And if you choose to watch one or the other, and then I usually try to do an acquisitions type thing, or things that were gifted or things like that in a separate video so that both parties can also join in as well. So I brought a little bit of knitting and a little bit of crochet, some that are in progress and some that I've just completed. But what I'm going to show is not even a dead kick in the can, because most stuff is projects for Christmas gifts, and I can't show most of them. I'm pretty safe with a couple because I know they're not going to watch this. So the first one, because I was talking about Mikey from the Crochet Crowd, he actually has a pattern in the book that is a blanket, and it's going by weeks. It started, It started beginning to middle of, November. And each week we're doing, backwards camera.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh my goodness.
There you
go.
You
can kind of see it, but I'll be showing it to you. But it started as a circle and now it's become a square.
Oh, wow. That is amazing.
I'm on week 30, or I'm on week 5, and the clues release they're not really clues. They release every Wednesday, and I finish it by the end of the day Wednesday. So when he shows them, and I'm basically doing it just to learn. So I'm using like Red Heart Simply Soft yarn. I'm not by any means a yarn snob, so I use everything from dollar store yarns all the way to hand-dyed yarns. So I use it all. So I decided to use Red Heart because I'll probably just donate this blanket. It was more a process of the learning for me. But what's great is because I have the pattern in the book, and the book also has a diagram, so I can look at the diagram and learn how to read a diagram in crochet as well. So the diagram stitches. And then I have the video to back up to make sure that I am learning it correctly. So I'm not misstepping or anything. I'm doing all 3 things properly because I want to learn properly, because I don't want to give any misinformation either in any of my videos. So, yep, that was so this is the study of the journey Afghan.
Okay. I tell you what I'll do is I will put a link to Mikey's channel and the description box below after the show.
Perfect.
Study, what is it called? Study of
The
the.
Study of the Journey Afghan.
Okay.
And it's in only
Beautiful.
available in his book, like if
Okay.
you're doing the written pattern. And the book is only 17, I think it was 17.89 Canadian. So it would be even cheaper for in America. So yeah, it's a very, very reasonable, but he has the video out because he believes in releasing a video help for at least one of the patterns in the book.
Mhm. Mhm. Well,
Um,
I love him. He's been I've learned a lot from him as well. So I
yeah,
love
he's
that. He
pretty
has a book.
amazing.
Let's see. Let's say hi to Heather real quick. Heather is here, Heather Pritchard, and Lynn is joining us as well. It's so nice to have you here. And Stacy, I can see you. Stacy B, I can see you in the chat. Let's see. Is anybody else? People coming in? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, go ahead. Keep on. Let's talking about your whips. Sorry about that.
Okay. No, that's okay. You do you. You do you, boo. Okay, so my next thing I'm doing is for my daughter-in-law, my future daughter-in-law. She likes black things and she likes skulls. She loves
Hmm.
black so much she wants a black wedding dress, but
Oh my goodness.
that's not just yeah, that's not just going to happen. But I made her. This is just
Ooh.
part of it. This is one square.
Hmm.
So each square has four skulls. You can see them. It's in a granny square. I learned along with the, just give me 1 second, fiber. Oh my goodness. Everybody could probably help me out here. I'll think about it in a minute. I'll think about it as I show it. But I
Okay.
joined 8 squares of the same. So they're all, and made it into a shawl.
Wow. That's beautiful.
I'm just have ends to trim in, and I'm going to do a few rounds around to prevent the curling that it's kind of doing.
Hmm.
And it'll also settle down after I block it. So I'm using wool like
Hmm.
the loops and thread wool like, but I'm holding it double because that's a lace weight, and I really wanted it to be a little bit heavier because we're in Ontario and it's a little cool. So, and she likes warm things. So I thought
Right.
that was a perfect weight. So that used 6 balls of the wool like loops and thread.
Wow. How was it working with the black? Is it?
Terrible.
Yeah, that's a
uh,
really labor of love for you to do that.
I always say if you get something black from me, that means I love you. So that's the
Absolutely.
biggest state, the biggest statement that I can say. So,
Everybody's
um,
saying that it is beautiful. Melissa and Wanda is saying it's just gorgeous. And everybody, Michelle, Alyssa, Katia, Verna. So everybody's loving what you just showed.
thanks, guys. That's five by the fiber spider.
Oh
Is I
yeah,
just
here we go.
it
That's
clicked in my
yeah.
head.
And
Fiber
Melissa,
spider.
that's what
Yep.
Melissa, y'all at the same time. Yeah, and Katia and Wanda. Everybody's on this roll
Perfect.
having
I knew
the
everybody would know. I knew
Linda.
they'd all know.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, Michelle saying she loves it. She made one in black. Oh, sorry. She loves it in black. She made one in charcoal gray and a triangle shawl for her sister. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
I have a question then for Michelle. Did you do the one in a triangle that has the skulls all up the side and then one in the corner, or did you do like I did and just kind of make this into a triangle somehow? I don't know how she would might have did. I've seen a couple different patterns out there, so I wasn't sure which one maybe she had did.
Well, let's see what she'll say. We'll catch up with that. Do you have anything else? Who
I I
Oh, and
have one more.
okay, Patty's saying one real quick. She's saying she had a friend who
Yeah.
had a black wedding dress and it was stunning. So that's
My son is very old fashioned.
mhm.
And so he's like, yeah, he's sending his mom for dress try-ons because he's so old fashioned. He wants to make sure there's a white that he sees her in a white gown. So yeah,
I
it's not that he
understand.
doesn't want her to be happy, but he sees her all the time in black. So he really, really is looking forward to seeing her in a white dress. So
Aw, that's
yeah.
awesome. All right. Well, what is your other whip that you would like to share with us?
The other, well, this is a finished object actually in crochet.
Oh,
The rest are
okay.
all knitted. I figured I'd keep them together just like I do on my channel. I just did a few different
Ooh, let me get you back to solo.
crochet, like
Oh,
whoops, that way. Oh my
that's
goodness,
so
this is
cute.
hard to
It
this
is.
this you can make into a pin cushion if you wanted as well, just an idea. I like
That's so
giving tips like
cute.
that. So you can put inside one of those metal scrubbies,
Hmm.
and every time you put your pins in and pull it out, it actually sharpens your pins in it if
Oh
you were to do
yeah,
that.
that's a
Yeah.
great idea.
And these have this has a clear ball inside.
Hmm.
It's just a granny stitch, and it's easier than it looks to crochet around a ball. It's actually pretty easy. And then this one, it has a styrofoam ball inside.
Hmm. Hmm.
And you could also just use stuffing too. If you want to just use stuffing and you don't want to purchase any of the balls, you could
Right.
tear apart a pillow that you have in your house if you need to.
Wow, absolutely. Or you can use
Mm-hmm.
old pieces of yarn, like that are too short to use for something else. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. What's so funny about not funny, but serendipitous maybe is that the free patterns that I have for today to share, they're in the description box below the show notes. I don't know what to call it, but the descriptions box below, there's a knitted ball, Christmas ball pattern, and a crochet Christmas ball pattern. I have a short video. There's no speaking, so just it'll be not longer than a minute, but you can see the patterns if you're interested, and they are free. So you can grab those links in the description box below, but they are Christmas ball decorations. And let me show that real quick, and then we'll go on to your knitting whips if I can find it. I was talking and wasn't.
I just want to say somebody had asked for the different patterns.
Okay.
Um, I will send you like give me a bit because it'll take a while after we're
Okay.
done chatting and all that. But this is a free pattern for the mug and
Okay.
everything. And I got these off of YouTube, the videos. So if you
Oh.
just type in YouTube, the other ones, but if you want the pattern for this, I could definitely send you a link. It has this one, it has a snowman, and it has another pattern right on the same blog. So they're all on the blog, but
Oh.
I can't remember off the top of my head which one where I
Okay.
got it. So
Yeah, you send that to me and I'll put it down below and
mhm.
people can come back and get that. Let's see. This is today's free patterns. Again, it'll be kind of quiet for just a second, but you can see them. Here we go. Actually, I think you can still hear us. That's good. This is Balls Up. This is the knitted pattern by General Hog Buffer, in her interesting name. Um, and that she has some different variations in there of them. And again, a free pattern off of Ravelry. Um, oh, my video editing is terrible. Sorry about that. And then this is the crochet Christmas
Oh,
ball by Carmen Heffernan, and it's on
I
her
did that one.
website. You've done this one? I thought they
I've
were
done
so
that one. Yeah.
beautiful. All right, so those are some free patterns down below I have 12 free patterns of Knitmas, so that's the free patterns. And okay, so please continue. I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me
Did
stick
did
that in there.
did you? We didn't even discuss that I was
Oh,
showing these. So that's really like we're so in sync.
I agree. I totally agree. I don't know how we did it, but it just worked out like that.
The next thing I'm going to show you is actually a whip, and you're probably all sick of seeing this thing. I will talk about my sweater last.
Okay.
The night shift shawl by
Ooh.
Andrea Mowry. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, my son had purchased me a shawl kit from Ottawa from Wool Time.
Oh, that's beautiful yarn.
And this is Cascade 220, and they're
Mhm.
all numbered. There's no color names or anything. But I'm almost done the first section using all the color A, and then you use color A with B, C, D, E. I don't know if you remember. There's 5 other colors because there's 6 colors total. So
Mhm.
here, is. I don't know how it's curling on me, so I apologize.
Oh, that is so pretty. Full of texture. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Super duper nice and fluffy and squishy and warm for like Ontario winter. So
Is
I'm
that
hoping
like
I could get it done.
slip stitch color work or is it
yeah, it
Mhm.
totally is. So
It's
it's kind of cheap
beautiful.
for me. It's my well, this and this dipped into my first attempts at color work. So nothing drastic, but it sure looks pretty.
Oh, it looks amazing. Yeah, it looks
Really, really
great.
enjoy that.
Let me just I don't want to get too far behind. Everybody's talking about
Mhm.
how wonderful everything is. Let's see. Michelle is saying when she works with black, she must work in daylight. And then Carrie is saying her sister-in-law would love that. It's on her work list. That I guess that black shawl because I got a little bit
Okay.
behind. And this is Darla. Good morning, Darla from Utah. Everybody's saying everything's amazing. That's what I wanted you to hear. Raquel saying, Ingrid saying that you're wonderfully multi talented, really blessed,
Oh,
and she loves your makes.
thank you.
Good morning, Leah. We're glad to have you join us. Let's see. Anvita says lace looks best in black. So, and oh, Michelle answered your question the first way. She did it the first way. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yep. The way I said about the triangle with the
Mm-hmm.
skulls all down, and then in the middle, in the basic triangle in the middle, it's like a diamond shape, and then it
Yep.
builds from there. And then the middle part is all like a granny stitch in the middle. It's really, really pretty. It was one of my choices as well, besides the one I did.
All right, let's see. Sounds very interesting. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor is saying that you're very talented. Thank you for
Oh,
sharing. Melissa, as well, she loves the ornaments and the pin cushioning. Michelle is saying that the skulls from the center all the way up the sides continuously. She can't for the life of her remember whose pattern she followed.
I have that information, so let us know in the comments if you want that information, and I could send that information also to Gina. It is also free.
Oh.
Um, if it's not, I'll eat my words because if it's not, I'm pretty sure there was a video or something because I try to always look for the free patterns first if I can.
Yeah.
So that's what I basically try to do. If you guys see me looking over to the side, it's because I'm looking at your comments because
Oh, okay.
I don't have comments on my screen where you're seeing me. I have to
Right.
look aside. So
Right, and everybody's just loving it. Carrie wants to make the cup. Alyssa loves it. Me too. I just love it. Raquel loves the cup. Angel pattern. So we'll get that put up.
hmm
And
hmm
let's see. Oh, Joyce is joining us. Hi, Joyce. Welcome in. It's nice to have you here. We're so glad to have you here today. Let's see. She's saying those are so purty. I see them with sparkles all over it. I can say that word easy. Okay, and then I see you've got some, and everybody's saying the free patterns. And let's see, Cassie's joining us. Good morning, Cassie. It's good to have you here from North Carolina. And Donna G is joining us. It says Marley Bird has 24 days
hmm
of quickies on her blog for knit and crochet.
Actually,
So,
so does sorry, Gina. So
hmm,
does MJ's Off the Hook Design. I got to give a shout out to my fellow Ontarian, and I'm a tester of hers as well. I do a lot of testing, guys, so I show a lot of different things like previews and upcoming things if you want to see in both knit and crochet. So I always like to ask the designer if I could spread the word, but MJ's Off the Hook Designs, and there's videos to go with her projects. So I've actually just finished some bobble Christmas trees of hers
hmm.
that I followed along to her YouTube, and I did them. They're in my background normally when I'm doing my podcast. So she also has free, yeah, Advent stuff coming up.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. I'll try to put a link to her channel as well. I'm trying to take notes as we do all of
Mm-hmm.
this. And I'll come back and amend stuff, especially for people that come back and watch the replay or try to grab those links. Jen is saying beautiful. Raquel would like the mug pattern as well and saying thank you. And Carlene, Mary Beth is saying it's pretty. And Heather, they're also adorable. Oh, we have Trina joining us. It says she caught us. She's from Hidden Night, North Carolina. Welcome. I'm glad you're able to join us. It worked. So thank you. Let's see. Are we getting caught up? Everybody's liking the balls. Thank you, Raquel. And let's see. Michelle says she made those cups for two besties when she made the move. When I moved, made them coffee so that they could think of me when we can't have coffee like we usually did. Oh, and put a magnet on it for the refrigerator. That's a good adaptation to the pattern. I like that. Thank you for sharing that with us. That's a good idea. I love how you can take something and make it your own, put your own spin on it. So that's really good.
Absolutely.
Everybody's saying that they love the colors of your shawl. We're finally getting caught up to the shawl comments. And Heather saying yarn, heart, love it. And Darla says that she loves the colors of your yarn. Me too. They're gorgeous. Your son did a great job of that gift. Verna said beautiful. Cassie, Raquel, Michelle saying wow, very beautiful. Totally your colors. Kat Katia, absolutely gorgeous. I agree. And Rosemary says, Barb, the color looks impressive. It does.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Donna's beautiful. Denise is joining us saying, hey, y'all. Welcome in, Denise. It's nice to have you here. And we're glad to see you today. Angel saying, talented, gorgeous makes. Wanda saying, the same, gorgeous. Alyssa saying that she's listening while driving, so please be patient with me for typing, guys. Oh, yeah, driving first. We're just glad you're listening. So, but be safe. Yeah, be safe. Let's see. Taylor says she loves MJ. She's made 3 of her mermaid tail blankets for her grandkids.
Same. No, well, not grandkids, but I've made probably 15 of the mermaid tails.
Wow.
My son has a shark one.
Really? Oh, that's so cool.
I made it into a shark one for him because he kept going to his best friend who's a female, her house, and stealing her mermaid tail, so I had to make him one too. So.
And then Raquel saying she's purchased MJ's ornaments booklet. She loves her ornaments. So I will definitely put her link down in the notes below.
She's a wonderful. She's actually in the Crochet Foundry magazine every month. She's one of the original that had started that, and she's amazing designer. She does a lot of things with Woolies Thick and Quick and with Knit Picks. She's, I think, a sponsor maybe with Knit Picks. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure. But she does a lot of the thick and quick. So like she has one that she released with cables and a hat, and you could have it whipped out. Like did it in 2 hours, like a whole hat. It's like amazing. So.
And Carrie's saying she's made her farmhouse blanket before, so that's a good representation.
That's a beautiful one. Yeah, that's a beautiful one.
So thank you guys for sharing that with us. Go ahead, Barb. Thank you for letting me make sure we get kind of caught up here. But go ahead and share the next thing with us if you want to.
Like I said to everybody, what you're seeing me show is like, I'd really appreciate checking out some of my backlogged things, because I'll give little tips and tricks and try and give you all the information that you want for all this stuff. And there's not just one way of doing things. There's many, and I might have an idea, or you might have an idea that you want to share with me. And that's why I like having a channel, because if I'm doing something and I show it and maybe there's a better way to do it, I would love everybody to let me know, oh, I do it this way. Try this way, Barb. And I'll totally do it. I like that. That's what I really love doing.
Me too.
Oh yeah, I'll do that at last. Okay, so I just want to show my son's pair of socks.
Ooh.
I did my son 3 pairs of socks for Christmas, and I did my mom some socks as well. Sorry, they're not lined up, but this is Opal yarn from, I think it's Germany, the yarn Opal. But he was with me when I purchased the yarn, and
those are beautiful.
I measured his foot, so that's just my vanilla sock recipe. It's different for everybody. You have to find your own groove, and it's using a heel flap gusset.
Right.
But I talk about them almost every one of my knitting episodes, what my recipe is. So, and these are size men's 13, 14.
Woo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very large, very large. Then my last, besides my sweater, is actually something I just finished test knitting last week. So be excited for this pattern. everyone. This is made with real worsted weight rustic. It doesn't have to be for
Wow.
you to make rustic, but these are the worsted weight pattern from Autumn Acorn for the magic heel
I
sock.
love those. Those are beautiful.
And it has a
Wow.
cable on both sides,
Wow.
runs up the top of your foot, and then if you can see the heel,
Yeah, what kind of heel is that?
that's called the magic heel.
Ah,
That's all
oh,
I can tell you.
okay. That's
It's a
really
paid
looks
for
great.
pattern. I'm not sure when it's released, but I just tested last week and I have worn these like every single day because my toes are always cold. It's made with actually really rustic yarn from Topsy Yarns
Mm-hmm.
in Amherst on Amherst Island in Ontario. I didn't even know at the time. It was like, what do you call that? Kismet.
Mm-hmm.
Because I watched the Cabin Boy Knits, and he interviewed Topsy Yarns just last week
Mm-hmm.
when I was just done knitting these, and I'm like, I didn't even know they were in Ontario. And then I looked at their website, and their yarns for 100 grams of their yarn is like $8 or $9 Canadian a ball,
Wow.
and that's 100 grams of their yarn from their
That's
sheep.
really a great price.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's I couldn't believe the price. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely going in my Christmas wish list. So that's the Magic Heel by the Autumn Acorn, Gina. So if you need to write that
Okay.
down, but it's not out yet. But she's got a fingering weight and a DK weight already out. I'm not sure, but she might have a sport weight also. I'm not sure about the sport weight though. They are a paid for pattern though. So if anybody's interested, but totally worth it. I think it's $3 American for the pattern.
That's a great price. I mean, seriously, that's a great price.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me
Agreed. It's
that again. I'll ask you at the end, and I'll put it in the notes.
mm-hmm.
But it's a beautiful sock. I love that. It
Thank you.
looks really nice.
I'm I'm telling I'm so glad. Like I made it with the rustic yarn because I was like, I'm not sure yet. I've used a lot of superwash, but I haven't used rustic yarn.
Hmm.
So, but like I said, my feet are always cold, so I was wondering. I wonder if those will work, and I wasn't sure. I'm one of those people where that heel something different than my normal heel flap gusset. I'm like, am I
Right.
gonna feel that heel on my feet? And I'll be honest, I did for about 10 minutes. And that was
Hmm.
it. After that, I was walking and I'm like, oh, these are so nice and squishy and so toasty warm. My feet are just in heaven when they're in those. There's no nylon in it.
Hmm.
I don't know how long they're kind of going to last, but at the same time, for $8 for a pair of socks,
Yeah.
I'm buying more of their yarn. That's all I know. I'm
And
like,
it
yeah,
did it
I'm
knit
buying
up a
more.
little bit faster. It ended up a little bit faster too because
Well,
of the size,
hold,
right?
hold jumping. Okay, I take women's size 10.
Hmm.
Okay, so I did her size large. That was the largest she'd had. I did exactly like 4.5 millimeter knitting needles was what it called for, and I did exactly her size large. I might have went up if I didn't if there was an extra large, but I'm glad I did this size because it's the yarn is really soft and squishy and it expands quite a bit.
Hmm.
But I'm this was my second project I ever did with cables ever, and I did
It's
each sock
beautiful.
in maybe 2-3 hours. Like
Wow.
I had the pair of socks done by the end of the day. Like
That's amazing.
yeah, I could not believe how. But yeah, beautiful, simple. Like if I could do it, yeah.
Doesn't look
Like I
simple.
still
Looks
had to use
really complicated.
I had to use a cable needle. Everybody's like, "Oh, try it without a cable needle," but I'm like, I like to live on the safe side. I didn't want to lose a stitch or anything. So,
I hear you. I hear you. Everybody's saying stunning socks. Michelle, adore it, and Raquel. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody up here. Carrie is saying that crafty people are like sponges. We're eager to learn new techniques.
mhm.
So definitely check out Barb's channel. She has the most amazing techniques and makes. So grab her link. It's right there at the very top of the chat. Let's see. Angel saying she wants to learn sock making. I think there's a lot of sock stuff going on this next year. I know Linda is doing a sock challenge with another YouTube channel. And check out the Crazy Sock Lady. Yes, go ahead.
That's what I was going to say. Angel said she wanted to start learning sock making. Just jump in, honestly. Gina just said what I was going to say. The Crazy Sock Lady, vanilla sock. Probably the easiest one would be cuff down for you to start. The toe up maybe after you're comfortable, because the toe up is easier. There's all different heels, but I suggest just doing what she does on her video, just the first time. And if you're comfortable with magic loop, I would suggest doing that at first, because it's easy to put your needles down and not put them in a bag, and you're not going to lose your spot. But once you're comfortable, if you like 9-inch circular needles, they go super fast. Like doing vanilla knitting, they honestly do super fast, and you could do everything until the toe of the sock on the 9-inch circulars. If you're using 9-inch circulars, I prefer to use 10-inch circulars by using my Chow-Goo shorties, putting the 2-inch tip on one side and using the 3-inch tip on my right side, so that I have more of a tip for where I'm actually doing all the knitting. So that's just a little tip for you. So
you should show us that. You should show us a video of that.
I had even mentioned, Kevin on Needles at the Ready had mentioned about that he struggled because sometimes, or mentioned somebody had struggled anyway about the 2 at the tip, and he said, oh, it was nice with the 3. He bought a brand that did that they sold it like that. And I'm like, well, I typed to him, like, Kevin, you have a set of shorties. Why didn't you just do that? Like, put your 2-inch at one end and 3-inch at the other. He's like, I didn't even think of that. So it's like, just that's what I mean by having other people out there to give you ideas that you maybe haven't even thought about. But Angel, just jump in there, try your socks, try worsted weight socks, so that you're not stuck on fingering weight, so you don't get frustrated at first. Even if you want, do a big Christmas stocking, just jump in there and try it, because I haven't knit socks. I just started in July, knit my first pair, and I have 15 pairs done since July.
Turbo boost.
If I could do it, you could totally do it. You could even do it on a loom if you wanted to loom knit socks. There's looms for sock knitting as well.
Absolutely. I actually have a sock loom knit, but I've never made a pair of socks on them. I made a doll.
That too. I've made baby hats out of mine. Yep, lots of ideas.
Let's see. Michelle says nice socks, and Dora is saying nice socks, but yes, Opal, it's German.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was German or Norwegian, but I was pretty sure it was German.
And then Kat is saying she's watching us on her TV. Beautiful makes, Barb. And thank you for the bobble patterns. Looking to make some. Oh, very good. And I'll share Barb's as well. So, yep, absolutely. I'm glad that it was a good timing. I feel like it's all working with you, with Kat, with everybody today. I think it just
perfect.
Yeah, it's awesome. Let's see. Michelle says she loves the thought of a magic heel. Me too. Anything that's magic just sounds interesting.
It is super duper fast. There's no like counting. There's no like, it's just super duper easy. Basically, it is perfect for gift knits because the heel lasts for inches and inches. So you can have a smaller foot and then it'll just have a taller leg, or it will have a shorter leg and a longer foot, and the heel fits in that magic part so easily. Like, it's perfect.
It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Dawn, welcome in, Dawn. She's joining us from Tennessee. Welcome. Let's see. Katia is saying she's going to look up what a magic heel is, and also check out Barb's channel. I'm sure she'll share more on that. And Rosemary is asking you, does the rustic yarn smell sheepy? Knitting Traditions uses rustic yarn.
Mine does a tad, but I blocked them already and I've washed them. So there's just a tad bit in there, but I would say that they were definitely, I have allergies, and there's pieces of hay or straw. My son told me it's straw, not hay. There's pieces of straw in there when I'm knitting with it. And I thought that was like there's a piece there. I thought that was so cool and interesting. But when I washed these, my dishwater was brown.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it was brown. Like I had to do a double wash and then put them on my blockers. I was like, wow, and that's not from me wearing them. That was before I wore them. I blocked them first to put this blocker fits my foot perfectly. It's just the metal type. So when I block, and the heel, I wanted the heel to fit right so it wasn't going to slide on me. And so that the cables stayed right where they're supposed to on the front, right? So it makes the nice heel shape. But you could totally, even if you don't have a blocker, you can totally wash these up and just leave them flat and then put them on your feet too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Angel is saying, do you know if they ship to the US?
I do not know. I would presume so because they didn't mention on their video that they didn't. And so I would assume, but where I seen them on the video was Cabin Boy Knits. And that was after I knitted the socks with the yarn. I didn't even realize. And they never mentioned that. So they're both Canadian, the farm and the Cabin Boy Knits and myself. But I'm presuming so. Well, we will look it up after, and Gina will put it in the down box below to make 100% sure. I'm not even sure what the shipping cost was in Canada. I'm not even terribly worried if I pay $20 for shipping because of the fact that it's so on the, I don't want to say cheap, use the word cheap for the yarn, but I was blown away when I seen $8 and $9.
Me too. I can't
for 100 grams. Actually,
yeah.
I think it's 113 grams a skein. And I was like, whoa.
That's a great price. For, natural wool fiber, it's not like an acrylic. It's a beautiful organic.
I'll tell you, the island, Amherst Island in Ontario, is 4 kilometers by 12 kilometers. Could be miles. I don't remember what they said, but we're in kilometers, so I assumed kilometers. And they own, like, I think, quite a bit of that island where they have the sheep. So they have the sheep grazing in part of the island for part. And then they do this thing where they have a bunch of people from the island and friends and family come and drive them like a cattle drive, but a sheep drive, and drive them to the other part of the island for the next part of maybe the winter or whatever it may be. And they say because they're working with different sheep and trying to get the perfect sheep for outside, because in Canada, sheep are mostly bred for meat because of our winters. So the winters there, they're saying that because it's so drastic and stuff, that their hairs, their fur, there's a word for it, I'm not thinking of it, the staple length of their fur or their hair. I would like to say hair because it keeps growing, but
I say yarn.
Okay, well, the length of them gets longer, I guess, the colder it is and the more outside they are. So if they had them in barns, they wouldn't, their fur wouldn't grow maybe as much or be as hardy and thick and luscious as it is. So they like them to be out on the farm in the air, and the ocean's right there. So it's a very harsh winter for them. So they're growing a very big, thick and bulky type coat, so.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wanda's saying, do you prefer knitted socks or crocheted socks?
Definitely knitted to wear. It's quicker, let's be honest, to crochet them, but when you're doing fingering weight, it's still not quicker to crochet them either. But I just find them, for myself, I find that the crochet one in fingering, at least, there's not as much give as with knitted. So especially if you're going to gift it to somebody and you don't know their exact measurements around the foot, a crocheted one does not have the give whatsoever. It's really tight that way. This direction, the height direction, it's more of you can block it that way, but sideways it's not going to. So if somebody's feet swell or they have larger, thicker foot, it's not going to be as nice as a knitted one. The knitted ones, you're kind of have more bounce, I guess you would say, than a crocheted one. So for that reason, I really enjoy the knitting. And because I've knit since I'm 9, I never knit anything but flat until 2 years ago. But I can knit just the knit stitch around without looking at my knitting. So
That's amazing.
I just prefer to knit them really myself.
I think it looks really good, and I mean, also it kind of lets the yarn shine. It's
Mhm.
if you have a really beautiful yarn, it lets the yarn do all the beauty of making them beautiful. I think. I mean, it is fun to put lace or cables and stuff, but sometimes it is just nice just to let the yarn be what it's supposed to be. It's really beautiful, right? We all love the yarn.
Well, I'll give everybody another tip because I'm a tip gal. If you're making, whether it's crochet or knitted socks, and you don't have access to the person you're maybe making them for, or even you have access to your own foot, take your own foot around up. Say these are your toes,
Hmm.
and this is the ball of your foot. Okay, measure around the ball of your foot with a soft measuring tape, and whatever that it gives you. So let's say it gives you 9 inches around, and measure without socks on. And you take your gauge. So you do a little swatch. It could be flat, it doesn't have to be knitted in around your gauge. And your stitches for your gauge using, let's say, 2.25 millimeter knitting needles is 7 stitches per inch. That's what I get with Peyton's, like it's a thicker yarn, or the opal yarn, it's a thicker, more generous yarn.
Right.
So I get 7 stitches per inch. So you take that 7 stitches times by your 9 inches, which gives you the 63, and then you'll want a little bit of negative ease for your socks, unless you want to make house socks, so you can totally go up to 68, but I'd go down to 60 or 58 stitches depending on the pattern, what the numbers are, and that pattern, if you're following a pattern. Even who needs a pattern? But but yeah, that's just exactly the easiest way to measure somebody's. Measure your foot lengthwise. That's easy for everybody. But just for the measurement around, because a lot of people say, well, how do I know which amount of stitches to cast on? That's the best way to figure it out, if it's, especially for gifts.
That's a great tip. Thank you for sharing that. That's a really good tip. Instead of just, because I mean, sometimes we will go with just a pattern and it's not exactly right. Like, I know I've only made one pair of socks, and I just followed the pattern, and my heel, I have kind of a skinny heel. My heel's a little loose, and I would think I made like the smallest size, and I was thinking it would fit just right, but it's so if you take it by the measurement of your foot, it should be even better. So that's a great tip. Let's see, everybody. Let me just, before we get too far off at the top, let's see. Beautiful socks. Katia says, I agree. Taylor's saying that she wants to learn how to crochet socks so badly. If I can do one little quick segue, a little teaser. My free patterns for on the next show, day 3, are going to be all about socks, knit and crochet. It's kind of like, here we go again. We're in the same wavelength. So if you are interested in some of that, I will have some pattern giveaways, and then some around that. So just FYI. But Rosemary is saying that that's her kind of socks, and she can do cables. So we'll try to get that pattern posted. Let's see. Sarah, it's saying very nice socks. And I agree. Kat's saying she's allergic to lanolin, so she has to be careful on the yarn she chooses. But she says she can't use the rustic yarn, but the socks are beautiful.
What about, okay, for if you're, I don't know if this would work for everybody because your yarn comes in a skein form. Can you, would it help just washing it and while it's in skein form, and then just hanging it to dry and then working with it? Or are you so allergic that even a trace amount in it, maybe you can't use it? I don't know. I don't know enough about wool sensitivities or anything to know any different, but that could be worth a try.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a good idea. And Vita saying stunning socks. Let's see. Sarah is saying that you're very talented. It's a pleasure to see your creations. I agree. Katia says she made a pair of socks and she added some lace on the top. That's awesome. Heather's still here with us. That's awesome. Her hubby just left for work. All right. Now you can get down to doing their crafts and whatever you want to do and hanging out with us. Let's see. Dorot's saying, why name it Whoa Wonder Vanilla Socks?
If you're, I think it's just called vanilla because it's plain instead of calling it plain socks. I think it's just like going and to the restaurant where they have strawberry vanilla and chocolate, and vanilla is just the ordinary, normal, like less flavored. So no, you know, extravagant stuff on it, just plain old vanilla. Because there's vanilla socks. You could say you did a vanilla hat pattern that's just basically all knit, 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 knit all in the round. Same with a
Exactly.
sweater, like Tin Can Knits sweater that they have where it's all just mostly knit except for the garter and the sleeves. That would be more on the vanilla side than, you know,
Yeah, just
Rocky Road or something.
it lets the yarn do all the magic.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. Carrie's saying she's never used a loom.
Oh, we'll have to
Leah,
teach you.
exactly. Leah's saying gorgeous goodies. And Rosemary's with me saying 15 pairs of socks since July. Wow. That's amazing. Tina's joining us. Good morning, Tina, or good afternoon. It's nice to have you here. And Kaylina as well with My Own Utopia. Hi, how are you, my sweet friend? It's good to have you here with us. Let's see. Wanda says she buys the Briggs and Little Wool, which is located in New Brunswick, and it's very rustic with hay woven in it.
Mm,
Wow,
yep.
that's amazing. I probably would, if I didn't know that they did that, I would be like, why is there hay in my yarn? But it's
Well, it's because it's not totally cleaned. Like they clean it as much as they can. They get rid of the stuff around the bum area and underbelly, and that gets this company out of Amherst Island, Topsy Farms. They actually use all of that. Nothing goes to waste. They put it into a pellet form, and people can purchase bags of it to put in your garden as fertilizer. They say
interesting.
it's really really good for your for that. But yeah, there's you could might find pieces of other food, or like it just depends. Like they don't sit there when they're spinning it and picking out all the pieces of whatever it may be. But
Right. That would be, it's
the
a lot of
dirty,
work.
yeah, yeah, it definitely would be. But the dirty stuff like is totally cut off the sheet first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. That's just so interesting. And it's good that they're using like every little bit that they can,
Hmm.
to not have any waste. I think I love that.
Well, they were actually paying for a big truck rental and gas to go to Ottawa, which is like maybe about 8 hours, 9 hours away from them,
Mhm.
to bring this product to the plant in Ottawa to do something with. And they were only giving them 5 cents a pound or something, let's just say, for this product. And it wasn't even covering their gas or their rental for their truck. So they
Mhm.
figured out a way to make it better and sell it to, and help them out as well as a farm to grow bigger and better.
That's great. I love that. Teresa saying that and good morning, Teresa. I don't think we said good morning. Teresa Knitting Dancer says, I always wash and block all of our socks before wearing them.
Hmm.
It's labor of love. And Dawn is saying if they keep bleeding color when you wash them, add vinegar to the water and let them sit and soak for a bit. Yeah, that's a very good tip. It
Hmm.
also helps with smells. If you have some kind of smell in your yarn, vinegar is really good as well to use for that. So it's a good tip. Thank you for sharing that with us. Trina, good morning, is saying she's looking forward to knitting some socks, but she's only been trying to knit since this past Sunday. Well, she's a very new knitter. Hey, you will.
Hmm.
If you pick the vanilla socks like we're talking about, you mostly need a knit stitch. Maybe there might be a couple of decreases around the gusset. So keep practicing a little bit, and you will get there really quickly if you pick a simple pattern like that and to start with, and you'll be knitting socks in no time. And
I I suggest anybody that wants to they're just starting socks for the first time to not do the heel flap and gusset right away. If you're just new to knitting and wanting to do socks, I would suggest the Magic Heel Sock, the Autumn Acorn, $3 pattern, and there will be only all you'll need to know on is to cast on, knit, purl, and to bind off.
That's great.
That is it. Like there is no the picking up stitches that you'll do on your heel flap when you go back. It's not hard to do, but it could be a little tricky for really new knitters. Let's be honest. But there's also like short row heels that are out there, like the fish lip kiss heel, or I haven't even did those yet because everybody that tries on my socks that wanted them for Christmas tried on my heel flap and gusset went, oh no, I don't want another heel. I like the way those fit. So I still haven't tried the magic heel. The magic heel was the first other heel that I've ever got to try so far. So
I want to try some too, but yeah, I love the fit of them as well. I guess you should have just given it to them. You did. They always pick the one who's like, oh, I don't get to try something new, but they are. It's a great method. So everybody's saying, let's see, wool. They're talking about the poor. Mary Beth saying the poor freezing sheep, all for the love of yarn. Yeah, it's a sacrifice, right? And let's see, Pam has just got in from a doctor appointment. Hi, welcome in. It's nice to have you here. Carrie is saying that if she learns to knit one day, it will be to do socks. That's good to know. I've never heard you tell me that before. Middle note. Katia is saying she loves yarn. And let's see, probably got a little bit behind. Lorraine is back. Welcome back. And Melissa's saying thank you for all the tips. Yes, thank you for all the tips. That's what I love also about Barb's channel, is she shares so many wonderful tips, and there's always more than one way to do something. There really is, and it's just what works the best for you. So Allison's joining us. Hi, Allison. Rose Boom, it's good to see you here. She's on her work break. She can listen for a few minutes. Heather is telling Carrie that knitting is satisfying once she gets the hang of it. I would love to see Carrie knitting. She's a wonderful crocheter, but it would be fun to see her try some knitting. Carlene saying those are really cool socks, and she wants to learn. Casey Bryant is here. Welcome in. It's nice to have you here. And here we go. Here's another segue. Would you like to share about this? Barb is wearing her beautiful test knit sweater. Thank you, Allison.
Thanks, Allison.
I'm gonna put you on solo.
So this is I had the pleasure and the honor to test knit for Tina Say Designs, and I don't know if it's designs, but Tina Say Knits, and it was my first test knit officially, and I was super nervous, super excited, but I'm like, I seen the pattern and I was like, I need to knit this. It's so funky, so cool, so unique, so me, because I like different and interesting. So I'll just stand up a little bit so you can see the bottom.
It's beautiful.
This way.
Oh man, that's really a beautiful design too.
The sleeves are this, so the sleeves are a little different as well.
Wow, that is so cool.
But these are all my own hand dyed yarns. I used 75/25 superwash merino.
It's beautiful.
And I have I don't know, I didn't name the colors or anything. I asked people for help naming the colorways and everything. I just haven't officially typed those all up yet, but I do have just some colors that I've made just to show. A purple and a brown. And
it's beautiful.
Just
wow.
Few of my
is there a label?
Yeah, I made up I did what do you call that? Geez, oh my goodness.
How cute.
There, yeah. I sat down a couple months ago, I guess, and did up my own
oh, those are beautiful.
My own little and
I
kept asking everybody if they had a way they knew of to make a design for official Knotty Yarnies what do you call that, logo or something?
Yeah.
And I said, God helps them who helps themselves. So I better get on that and learn how to do that. So when I don't know something, I do a lot of research. So I went on and I watched a bunch of videos how to do it. And I'm not really tech savvy, but I watched a bunch of people and talk about how to do it. And I went on and I knew what I wanted in a logo. I knew I wanted my whole like the whole name Knotty Yarnies,
Mm-hmm.
I knew I wanted like knitting needles and a crochet hook to be involved so that you knew it was for both knit and crochet that I do, and a ball of yarn. And I would have liked a dog. I'm a dog person, but we all know that kitty cats play with yarn more than dogs do. So
Yeah, that's so
figured
cute.
a kitty cat playing with a ball of yarn. And I do have a cat too. So
So the sweater, and
oh yes,
you did your own yarn, and you are going to make another one, right?
I am going to be making, I should have brought that yarn out, a Christmas version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it won't be for this Christmas. Let's be honest. Gina seen what's on my plate. They won't be for
Oh,
this Christmas. But
God.
I might knit it if I have time, like just to feel festive, like as I go through. Because I
Mm-hmm.
have two Christmases. I have one in January as well, a family Christmas. So I might start on knitting it. But yeah, I did white, green, red,
Mm-hmm.
very traditional, variegated, kind of like this idea,
Yeah.
for the main color. And then I did two speckled. So I did one all speckled with a bunch of green and then one speckled with a bunch of red. And I wanted to do the sleeves separate. I wanted to do instead my Christmas version, instead of all this on the sleeve, I just wanted to do a vanilla sweater, like a vanilla sleeves,
Mm-hmm.
just to have the focus on the main body, basically, I guess is what I'm saying. So, but Tina Say Designs, her patterns go by price points for what you can afford. So if you need to take $4 off her pattern, you could do so. If you could want to take $2 off, or if you could afford the whole pattern. She's a member of the BIPOC community, so she's very very appreciative of everyone who helps her small business in that way. She's a wonderful, wonderful designer, and yeah, I enjoyed it. So it is a paid for pattern. I believe it's $12.99 American, but like I said, you could get $4 or $2 off, and totally affordable and totally worth it. It
It's
is such a
adorable
unique
design.
design. It's
Yeah.
so different. It's so different.
And
Yeah, it's
how
all
many different colors did you use? There was four?
um, there's no just three colors.
Three.
So
Okay.
there's my oops, sorry. The yellow is my speckled, this
Mm-hmm.
yellow mustardy color. Then there's the, you'll see across here, my chest, the orange. That's
Uh-huh.
another speckled. And then there's the one that is, you'll see in the slip stitches, the
Okay.
darker.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like the
That.
variegated type color. So I used two of the variegated and two of the yellow, and
Mm-hmm.
just one of the orange for some strange reason. And this
Okay.
is a size, I did the size extra large because I wanted it to be have more positive ease than most of my sweaters, because I just, when I did the gauge swatch, I'm like, oh, I liked the more positive ease
Right.
of it. So
Right.
yeah, a great pattern, easy for people. Like, her patterns are so well written. And I mean, this was my first garment I ever made besides a
Mm-hmm.
pair of socks. So it's very easy. So you're using, sometimes you're holding two yarns and you're doing a row, and then you're switching your color and you're going back, and some are just slip stitch designs, just like the night shift shawl. Some are just single. The construction is picking up stitches for your arms. So
Mm-hmm.
you need to know how to do that. And for the picking up stitches for your V-neck, and the rest is all in the round, like it's,
Wow.
oh sorry, no, it's flat from here up. So it's basically a tube down here, flat front back panel, then either mattress stitch together, but I did a 3 needle bind off. I
Okay.
like that bind off better, um, for the shoulders. And yeah, if you just focus on, when you're doing a pattern like this, focus on one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they'll say read the whole pattern. I find that overwhelms me to no end. I
Mm-hmm.
will look at a pattern and go, oh my goodness, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So what I like to do is step by step. And
Right.
then if I don't understand that step, that's what YouTube's for.
Right.
Everybody out there has a video learning how to do that step. Just like this week, I learned the Icelandic bind off. I'm doing a sweater for my mom for Christmas, and I just have the sleeves to go, Mom, just so you know. And but I did the Icelandic bind off, so it's not like Jenny's super stretchy bind off where it kind of flares. It's so stretchy, and it's not like the regular bind off that when you put it on, it's snug. So I did this one's kind of in the middle where it has a little pull, but it also at the same time keeps its shape. So it's super duper nice. I love that bind off so much. And it's actually easier, I find, because when you're doing a bind off normally the regular way, the old fashioned way where you're knitting and then you have one stitch on one needle and then you have the rest on the other one. Mm-hmm. The Icelandic one, if you want to time out halfway through your bind off, this one on the other needle goes on to the other needle every single time, and your other needle is empty. So it leaves all the stitches on one, and you could easily put it away and come back to it later. So you're not going to lose that one stitch that's sitting there feeling like you have to finish the whole bind off right away. It's super amazing, amazing. I got that off Chili Dog Knits, their YouTube channel.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. I've never done it, but I've seen that done. And let's see. Kat is giving us an update. She's saying that trace amounts of lanolin is still too much, so she has to watch what lotion she uses. Can't have any lanolin at all. Oh man, that would be hard, very hard. Even I wonder if you can do super wash, if that's it, not even an option as well.
I don't find superwash smell like you usually can feel or smell the lanolin and things, and I don't find I can, but even a trace amount she'd be sensitive to.
Lorraine is saying, can you show the socks again? She missed them. I'll put you.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful. I mean, also there so you can see. It's beautiful.
There's a magic heel socks, Lorraine, in case you missed that part too. There's cable detail. Now, if I did it, you can totally do it. You probably did cables before though, Lorraine. But yeah, by Autumn Acorn Knits. And they fit so good. Like they're so comfortable. Yeah.
They are beautiful. Let's see. Monty Boy saying we're talking about this vanilla stuff that she wants to eat some cookies. Oh, I love that. I know it's getting lunchtime, right? It's Patty saying she must be the odd person, no desire to make socks, but you make all kinds of other things. She makes all kinds of beautiful shawls and sweaters. Let's see.
I make it all. I just make it all. If I don't know how to make something, I just want to make it. And sometimes it's not even for a certain person. A lot of times I just donate it, or somebody might say, oh, I want that when it's done. It's like, yeah, fine. I'm a process knitter. I'm not a project. Like I don't want the project all the time for myself. Sometimes I want to gift it, but most of the time it's just the process of making it that I enjoy doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm the opposite. I think I've been thinking about that because I've heard you say that before, and I think I'm more about I have a certain project in mind that I'm finished. So I'm a little bit different than you in that regard, and I find that interesting. Let's see, Heather saying she'd never heard of that. Me either. I thought that was very interesting that you shared that with us. Definitely 100. Yes, definitely. Let's see. We are a little bit behind. Oh, Melissa's saying she just finally learned the knit and purl stitch. So congratulations. That's good. And Melissa's going to be coming up on one of my shows. So just y'all keep your eyes open. Helen is here. Say hi, Helen. It's nice to have you join us. And Tammy is here. And I want to say hi. If Lee is there with you, say hello to Lee, her son. It's nice to have you guys here with us today. Let's see. Stacy says she's going to knit a stocking first before she knits a small sock so she can understand the construction. It's a good idea. Very good idea. Let's see. Joyce is mostly lurking while she's working. Wanda's saying she's been knitting and crocheting since she was 5. She wasn't very good, but by the time she was 10, she was knitting socks. That's amazing. That's amazing. And she's saying how beautiful your sweater is. Everybody is. Melissa, it's amazing. Angel, fun sweater. Granny D is saying she loves your sweater. Tracy's here. Good. Thank you for joining us. It's nice to have you here. It's good to see you. Katia is saying she loves the sweater. The yarn is gorgeous. Yes, I think you did such a beautiful job dyeing it too. I mean, it's everything you did with your sweater is just perfect for it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Michelle saying that she loves the sweater, the fun stitches, the gorgeous colors, and that she's also totally a V-neck gal.
Well, though what's fun is if you don't like stockinette stitch and you get bored with that, such as my friend Gina does, don't tell her. But she'll fall asleep. But it keeps you so interested. By the time you get from one, you're done the one section, you're jumping into something different, and it's like, oh, look at that. That's, and you're into that, and then you're just getting into that, and then you're on to something new. It's kind of like a shawl, or when you're doing an advent type thing where it's like each day is something different. It's like, oh, what stitch am I going to do today? Like it's which colors am I going to put in it today? Even though it's just 3 colors, if you were to look at this with me, you'd be like, it looks like a lot more colors than that part.
It does. Like, yeah, it really does.
Truly. So I can't wait to see it in my Christmas version.
Me either. I can't wait to check it out. So it'll be on her channel, so go check it out. But yeah, I think that sweater design it really does have my interest because of the fact that it is like that. You know me so well. Let's see. Angel is saying she has it's gorgeous yarn. She has 2 cats and 3 kids, and all of them are trying to play with her yarn. You're always having to fight them off. Tracy's saying she's laughing because she has to keep her dog out of her yarn while she's working on a project. It almost takes as much time as her knitting. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Casey saying your sweater's awesome. Tina Say has some lovely designs. She
now,
really does.
If you're looking for her, like I say, Tina Say, her last name is spelled T-S-E. Just if you're not going to go in the show notes and look it up, but on Instagram you could find it spelt either way, because I think she realizes that it's easy to find when you just say S-A-Y as well. So you can find her either way. Yeah. Her friend, she has a picture on Instagram of her wearing hers just like mine, just different colors, obviously. But her friend did one in a cardigan. So she did it and it would be pretty easy for experienced knitters to do it themselves as well. It would just involve a lot of purling. I'm not into that.
We have Handmade joining us. Good morning. It's nice to have you here with us. And let's see. Uh-oh, my chat totally jumped on me. Where did it go? Okay, there we go. Let's see. Oh, Tammy gave me a super chat. Thank you so much, Tammy. I really do appreciate that. Here, hold on 1 second. Let me say thank you. I won't be loud with the noise, but I do appreciate it. I love to give you a little Snoopy dance. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. Heather's saying YouTube is her friend for tutorials. Tammy has sock yarn, but she really needs DPNs.
Oh no, I've never used I barely use DPNs ever. Like Magic Loop all the way for if you have 9-inch circulars, those are awesome, but they are an investment because they're like $150 for the little case, but they're totally worth it. I have a video out there telling you all about the ChowGoo knitting needles, and I have a way even to make like the Addy Flexi Flips type thing, making them with the shorties version of ChowGoo. So I can make Flexi Flips out of the ChowGoo shorties, the little cases as well. But yeah, totally try Magic Loop. It's not as hard on you as the 9-inch circulars. Although once you get halfway through doing with 9-inch circulars through a sock, it's a breeze from there. You can go for hours. It's just a matter of the first couple times that you're doing it, and you're probably tense because you're nervous about them falling off. So you're holding the tips tight and your fingers will get sore. So just do an hour at a time or half an hour at a time, but you will eventually go, oh, that's so much quicker, especially for a vanilla sock. It's so fast all the way to the toe. And then the toe, you just need to do either Magic Loop or DPNs. but you don't ever need to use DPNs. You can if you want, of course. You do
Absolutely.
you. You
There's
do you. That's
more than one way to do everything, you know.
absolutely.
Heather's saying, what size are your socks again?
Oh, they look huge. My feet are huge. What are you talking about? These ones here are a lady size large, which is a 9-10. And then my son's socks are a size men's 13-14.
They
So
are
yeah,
huge.
they are we have very, very large feet in this household.
You're just well grounded. You're well grounded.
Well, it just takes more time, takes more yarn. Like my mom's socks I made, I had to go buy an extra ball of Patton's Croy, however you say it, because they're such a large, a large size. So I can't just do one sock in 50 grams. So it took 75 grams for each sock to do a
Wow.
lady size 10.
Wow, that's interesting. Kathy's joining us. Welcome in, Kathy and Lori. Cloudy Knit Crochet. Hi, Lori. Welcome in. Let's see. Lorraine is saying, can you email her the info for the socks? We're going to put
Not
the
the
link.
pattern. It's a paid for pattern. So I'm not doing that. Even though Lorraine's my good friend, I'm not emailing her the pattern. So anybody knows, I'm just going to email her. She finds it easier for me to email her the information on where to find the pattern, the link and such. But the link will be down below for anybody that likes to get it that way as well.
Right. We'll put the link down below. And Tammy's joining us. Tammy Sabo is joining us. She's checking in. She loves socks. Always has a couple pair on the go. They're like knitting commercials. Love that. Let's see. I tell you what, let's take a small break. I do have some things to do, unless you used to have some more whips to share with us.
No, I've got bunches of whips, but I just did 3 of each. That's it. I've got tons more. So if anybody's interested, just go check out my channel. There will be a new video in the next. It'll be a knitting one or a crochet, and then the vice versa will be the next week after that. But
well, maybe let's get caught up on the chat, and then I'll share, because I've got a few things to share, some Advent stuff, and a couple of my whip of the day. Let's see. Lori is saying she's afraid that her dog will chew up her amigurumi, so she keeps them on the shelf. Yeah, they probably might think it's a chew toy. I could see that. Yep. Oh yeah, look at those. What are those are behind you? You've got.
These are, well, this little guy, it's got a separate little hat.
Oh, how cute.
And then of course I did. You're not supposed, the pattern got taken down for this, which is a shame, but I get why.
Yeah. Yoda, you did. Yeah. It's beautiful.
I did 2 of these. I did one in Bernat blanket yarn, and it was for my nephew for his birthday last year, and it was
it's humongous. So good. This looks
humongous.
That looks really good.
Thanks. Yeah. So this one's a free pattern if anybody's interested. And as I said, this you cannot get. Like, you would have to figure out how to make the pattern on your own by just looking at mine. Maybe take a screenshot and go from there. I wish I could help everybody out, but it's actually not legal to do.
Right. So, absolutely. Yeah, we got to give the designer their rightful credit, and it's their design. Rosemary is saying that she's learned to do a yarn join by following Susan Bryan's tutorials. Join is done in the middle of the row and is not a Russian join. That's interesting.
I don't even know what a Russian join is.
That's where you take the 2 ends and kind of weave them together. You kind of split the yarn up a little bit. So you have like a loop and a loop, and you don't have any knots.
I thought that might have been maybe the spit splice.
It might be called that too. It might be called that.
I don't know. I haven't tried that.
Let's see. Carrie gave me a super chat. Thank you so much, my sweet friend. I really do appreciate that. Let's do a couple of things here for you. We're all talking about dogs. I appreciate that very much. Let's see.
You need a bunny one for her.
Yes, I do need a bunny one for her. Michelle is saying heck yes to the magic loop. Joyce is saying good idea on making your own flexi flips.
Yeah, you could buy the 2-inch mini cords,
Mm-hmm.
no cable, whatever it's called. They're just 2 inches, and it comes in a pack of 3. And I think they're like really, really cheap for the
Yeah.
Chowgu needles. And then the shorties, because you have 2 inch and 3 inch in your little kit, so you only need 2 kits. So of course I had to purchase. I didn't purchase all those things I show on my Chowgu video were all gifts. So whenever somebody in my family asked, what can you use for Christmas or your birthday, whatever, I would say, oh, well, I was looking at this if you want to give me some money towards it. But of course, they would end up buying me the whole kit. So instead, but yeah, so I have all set. They're just amazing. I love my Addy squares too. Don't get me wrong, but the Chowgus are pretty awesome.
Yeah, I love the Chagu twos. And Melissa gave me a super chat. Thank you so much. I love you too. I really do appreciate you being here, and thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. Heather is saying she has 1 9-inch needle from Joann's. They were only $10 with a coupon. That's
Wow,
good. That's a
really
good
good.
deal.
Mm-hmm.
Granny D saying she hasn't learned to knit socks
Oh.
yet, but she has the tools she needs, and just think the wee 9-inch needles are so darn cute. They really are.
Mm-hmm. They're cute
uh,
and they're fast, like super duper fast. I don't, like I said, I don't know, right? The first sock that you ever knit, you would want to try them on the 9-inch circulars. I did my second pair with the 9-inch circulars,
mm-hmm.
but not my first. I wasn't that crazy.
I'm going to skip down here. Let's say hi to Charlene. Welcome in. She says she's sorry she's missed it. She was ill during the night and slept in.
Oh,
I'm sorry you're not feeling well. We'll be thinking and praying for you, my sweet friend. I know you've had some health issues this year, but thank you
mm-hmm.
for popping in to say hello. And I hope you get to feeling better soon. Yes, everybody's liking your snowman. He's so cute. Ingrid saying it's cute. Michelle, everybody just loves him. It says, let's see, they would like to be considered for the 2 patterns. Is this where I need to sign up? Not yet. Not yet. It'll be underneath the video in the comments later on. It's kind of like that's the replay thing. And I'll explain that here in a minute. Let's see. Uh, Angel made a Grogu. Do you know what
Oh,
that
that
is?
sounds like something off of like Star Wars or something like
Or
that.
Pokemon?
I probably sound stupid.
I don't know what it is either. It might be Pokemon, but he's adorable. She did a
Oh,
crochet
let us
one.
know, Angel, what it is. I would love to. I look that up because I would love to see what you made. Or
Shrub.
tag us on Instagram. You could tag Gina or myself on Instagram and show us all what you're working on too while we were on.
Absolutely. Lorraine says Amazon has the Yoda pattern.
Oh, naughty, 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 naughty.
Uh, let's see. Yep, we're still going. The live is still going. You're here. Yes, we are still
Mm-hmm.
going on. Let's see. Tammy loves the heavy cotton socks. Carrie saying you are the best. Yes, and the 3 little
Oh.
bunnies for you. Super sweet. Patty is saying spit splice and Russian join are different. So
Oh,
there we go.
okay.
So there's something a little bit different between the two, but they sound a little similar. So that's
Now
good to know.
something for me to look up later.
Teensy, good morning. Welcome in. It's good to have you here. We're not quite to the end. I've still got a little bit more to go. We've just been enjoying chit-chatting and sharing stuff. Charlene's asking about the rustic yarn. We'll put a link down under we're going to put a link in the description box after this show.
Called
Linda,
Topsy Farms, though.
Topsy Farms.
Yeah.
Linda, good morning, Linda. Linda's joining us. KC is saying she knit her first and only pair of socks on 9-inch circulars. What a great way
Oh,
to start.
wow. Good for you.
That is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, let's see. The Baby Yoda. Is that what the Grogu is? I guess that's the Baby Yoda. Is Grogu.
Oh, oh, okay.
It
I
looks
was
like,
right with Star Wars, if that's the case.
yeah, it looks like the Yoda you made is what she's saying, but I guess smaller.
Oh, okay.
It's what you made. Right behind you. There you go. You made one and we didn't even know it.
I didn't even know what it was called. I just said Baby Yoda. I don't know. They have it listed as the green monster or the green alien. Sometimes you could find the pattern, but yeah.
There we
This
go.
is the best written pattern that I found. Like it was, yeah, I think it was called the Green Monster or something, but it's such a nice pattern.
That is so cool. I love it. I think it looks so real. It looks really good. Even the ears, like there's a coloration in the ears. It looks
That's just blush.
really. Oh, it looks
That's just like on
amazing.
the snowman. Do you see the pink?
Oh
That's just
yeah, the
that's
cheeks.
just makeup put on his cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the same with his ears.
Okay, well, let's just. I haven't shared. I want to share one little thing. You guys know that part of this series. Sorry, I keep having pop-ins. I don't know if y'all can hear all that. It's like I have a whip. I'm going to share a whip of the day because I've gone back into my room and I've pulled some things out. I found a really good one for today. Let me show you what this is. And then I also have to share the Advent. I want to share the Advent, and we need to do the giveaways as I have. The whip I have, this is called the Rippling Top. I don't know if you guys can see that pretty well. It looks like this. It is a Knit Picks exclusive pattern. Maybe I should make it me solo for
I
just
think it's
this.
because it's white. It's really blowing out there.
Yeah, and the light probably. Let me
Yeah.
show the next picture so you can see some.
Maybe if there's a colored one. Is there one
Um,
in projects under projects? Click projects.
uh, hold on, let me look real quick.
There's up top, Gina. There should be a thing that says projects, and you
Here's
click
one.
on that, and it shows. There you go. Oh wow,
Okay, so as you can
that's
see, it's just
cool.
a simple top, and it's got a lace panel on the side. All right, so I started this project back in 2019. Let's see what it says when I did this. Just sharing this. I started it March 13th, 2019. And I am using the Knit Picks Shine Sport cotton yarn. So mine is in a white, kind of cream. Looks like this. And this is as far as I got. I got pretty close to finishing it, but I didn't finish it yet. So this is going to be one of the things I'm going to be finishing up this year. I just thought, I'd share these to maybe kind of, if I share these, I feel like maybe I'll have to make sure I get them done. Y'all are going to hold me accountable. This is what it starts at, like looks at the bottom. This is one side, and you can see where I've split the seams or split it for the sleeves. And I've just got to finish up this a little bit more and connect it at the top. There's one side here. You can see the side panel. You can see the lace panels on the front and the back. So I think I'm maybe like 80% done, and I just need to finish it up. So that's my whip of the day, one of my mini whips I'm trying to ask you guys to hold me accountable for. That would be, I think that's probably the first knitted top I started, and I just hadn't finished it yet. Again, this project is by Queena Lee, and it was a Knit Picks exclusive pattern. So I found it on the Knit Picks website when I was probably shopping for yarn. And the other thing I want to share with you guys, and then we'll do the giveaways, is we've been talking a lot about Advent, and I also have Advent yarn to share. I shared some Advent patterns. They're all down in the description box below. I shared the MCal Calendar Advent Stole pattern by Bridget Koch. I have an update for that. It started on December the 1st. We're going to be giving away one pattern to one winner today, here in a few minutes, because that's one of the replays from the last show. The other pattern we had was the Amigurumi Advent 2021, where there's 24 Advent patterns. And I'm going to give you guys an update on that. I just want to kind of mention it because I don't have any. Oh, no, I think I do have sound for this one. I can't remember what I did. I did it so late last night. Let's see. Here we go. Here's all the patterns I'm talking about. And again, all of the way to get these are down in the show notes below, but I'm going to give away one of each here in a minute. So this is the Amigurumi Advent 2021 pattern. This is the crochet pattern, Advent pattern I'm giving away. This is the pre-clue, which was the Yule log. Everything in this for these series is inspired by nature. This was day 1, which was the chirpy robin, and I just think this is the cutest little pattern. I'm so excited about these 24 patterns. This is day 2, the little acorn. So cute. As you can see, the nature theme coming in. So not sure, but here we go. Day 3 is a squirrel. Look at this. He's so cute. So that's a pattern to give away today for crochet. Now this is the knitting pattern replay giveaway for the Advent Calendar Stole 2021 by Bridget Koch. This is Teresa Kloppel's Clue 1. She is one of our family members, and this is gorgeous. Look at this yarn, and look at her knitting. Amazing. And then Patty Golden also is knitting this as well, and she is using this beautiful yarn speckled with Christmas colors. It's beautiful, Patty. Thank you. And this is my Clue 1. I'm using a dye and a dye yarn and gold beads. So there we go. That's a little bit of an update on the Advent patterns. Let's see. How did I lose you? Did you freeze?
No, I have you up twice somehow.
Okay, well, let's see. I'm not sure which one. I don't want to remove you. All right, let's just leave it like that for right now. I'm going to, if you don't mind helping me keep an eye on the chat, I have to do a little bit of screen sharing because I've got to do the YouTube random comment picker to pick the comments. And also, I did want to show mine real quick again. I think it might look better in this light instead of the early morning light. That's what my Clue 1 is looking like. You can see the gold speckles in there, and I'm using gold beads for that. But that's called Anchor. So anyway, we're going to give away one pattern to one person today, and then we're giving away one of the amigurumi Advent patterns. And you had to put comments on the previous show notes. So let's go ahead and get into that. And give me 1 second to share my screen. I don't know how to remove this. Let's see if I can do this. I can do it. All right. I always worry I'm going to exit myself like I've done that before. Okay, here we go. And then we have another giveaway as well after this. All right. Sorry about that. It's a little Escher here. Can you see that? Let me just double check 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, you can see that. It looks good. We have, this was the video that we had where everybody put the comments on there. And I'm going to put this in the YouTube random comment picker. And I always like to double check and make sure I grabbed it. See, that doesn't look right. Oh, yeah, no, that is right. This one is. Okay, there we go. So let's filter duplicate users. The first one we'll go ahead and pick for the amigurumi Advent. The word that I had you guys put in was robin, R-O-B-I-N, since that was the first clue, that cute little bird. And let's grab the YouTube comments and pick the winner for that pattern for today. There's 21 people that wanted to win this. And let's pick a winner. Demetra. I can't say your last name. Demetra, you're with the winner. It says, hi, Gina. Love this Knitmas idea you have. I caught a portion of the live as we were running errands in town, catching the replay. The robin is at play and the anchors of time. Uh-oh. It's okay. No worries. So, Demetra, you are the winner. And email me, and we will get this pattern to you. This is the amigurumi Advent pattern. And now we're going to pick the winner of the Advent Calendar Stole pattern. And the word that I had you guys put for that was anchors. And let's grab the YouTube comment. I cannot find my pen. Give me 1 second. Okay, we got the YouTube comments. There's 14 people interested in this. Let's pick a winner. Melanie, it says, I love Eternal Flame Shawl. So beautiful. I love robin eggs. Popeye says anchors away. All right. So Melanie's the winner of that pattern. Both you guys email me at knitbymoonbeams@gmail.com and I'll get this pattern to you. And since I have my screen shared real quick, you guys know also as part of this 12 Days of Knitmas is where I will I have all these prizes here, and we're going to be spinning a wheel, and we're going to, each day we spin the wheel and we see where it lands, and that's the prize I'm giving away. So since I have my screen shared, let's go ahead and see what the prize is going to be for today. All right, if you guys are ready, I do have to do one quick thing. Hold on. I know I have to unmute that. So forgive me, there's a little bit of a trickiness to this. And okay, here we go. If you guys are ready, I'm ready. And this has a little bit of a creep, so we just got to kind of wait for it to stop. Looks like it's going to stop on some yarn though, which is exciting. Ooh, is it going to be Turtle Pearl or Trendsetters? Trendsetter yarns, transition tweed, happy hippie. All right, so let me write this down and let me show you what that is. I've got this over here. I got my box of goodies. This is the happy hippie yarn. Give me 1 second and close this, and I will stop sharing my screen and get myself all put back together here. And let's see, where am I? Do I still have Barb here? And let's add Barb back. Okay, there we go. All right, let's find this yarn real quick. Give me 1 second.
Of course, the last little bit, my internet went off.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. That's what you know. What is it? 4G, 5G? What are we on?
All right, so this is, oh, there's my pencil. I found my pencil too. I was looking for that. Okay, here we go. In the bag of goodies. This is what the yarn looks like that we're about to give away. This is Trendsetter Yarns. It's Happy Hippie colorway. Ooh. This is a 52% cotton, 48% acrylic. It's very soft. It's got a little bit, they call it tweed. There is a little bit of a tweed effect, not super strong, but here, let me show. If you pull this down, you can kind of see some speckles in the green. So there's a little bit of a tweed to it. With this comes, let's see, let me get the yarn stuff. It's 5.25 ounces, 660 yards. With this comes, I've got a knitting needle for the right size, a Chai Goose knitting needle that will come with this. And also there is a pattern, free pattern for a shawl. It's a knit pattern that will come with it. Now, it's a very simple one. It's mostly kind of like we talked about vanilla knitting, with not a lot of, it kind of lets the yarn showcase the beautiful yarn. So that's what you're going to win in this prize today. Now, you can also, if you're not a knitter, you can always take this and crochet it into some pretty design as well. So don't think if you're not a knitter, you can't win this prize. And you can also, you can learn knitting because you'll have a knitting needle. So please participate. Let me set this to the side. Put this over here. Give me 1 second to regroup myself. These are all the other goodies we have for the next few days of Knitmas. And let's pick a winner. What we're going to do is let me make sure my Nightbot is working very well. We're going to do a number game. Oh, cramp. Leg cramp. Okay, we're gonna do the number game. And what we're gonna do, let's see, we have 51 people watching. So we'll do the numbers from 1 to 60. Everyone, please guess only one time. And what we're gonna do is, what will happen is I will put this into Nightbot, and we will you'll see Nightbot make a comment, say that we're having a number game. After you see the comment from Nightbot, that's when you start putting in the numbers, your guess, your number, your one guess. and Nightbot is going to pick the number, and when the person who the number is picked, it will tell us who wins. So if you guys are ready, I am ready. If you guys are ready, let me get this. I thought I was ready. Let me just get this entered. I got to set Nightbot up, and then when you see it, you can get started. I said 60. Yeah. Okay. All right. If you guys are ready, let's go.
Pick your lucky numbers.
That's right. Okay, wait for the comment. Okay, I can see what it is. See if I can send it to Barb. Yeah, you can see it started. It says between 1 and 60. Try to keep an eye on it. I don't think anybody's guessed it yet.
Okay.
Aw, there's Whiskey.
Yeah, he was whining, so.
Hi, Whiskey.
Here, Gina's saying hi.
Hi. How are you doing? Hey. Aw, sweet. He's so sweet. Let's see. I guess nobody's guessed the number. I haven't seen it come through.
Yeah, just once for now. Somebody asked just once. It's maybe once everybody gets it, pick one number, then maybe a second chance or something.
It looks like it's kind of slowed down.
Did everybody guess already?
I think so. It looks like there was a whole bunch of numbers coming through. And of course, not everybody may like this colorway, so not everybody's going to guess. I guess open it up. Let's open it up if people haven't. Just open it up.
Try a second guess.
Yeah, make a second guess. Please just
second number is the charm.
Yeah, just try to pick one. Give everybody a chance. Just be kind and
pick one that wasn't chosen already, everybody.
That's right, because we know it hasn't been chosen.
There we go. They're going.
I'm trying to keep an eye on it as well to make sure. I like to always double check Nightbot. It's an interesting number, so I think it is. So. I can't believe it's a good number. Stacy, put in another guess. It's 1 to 60, dear.
Oh, yeah. That's why she picked that number. That's an interesting number.
There you go. There she got another one in.
Yeah, one guess only, everybody. We might have to go to a third, but
yeah, for now that's really the fairest way to do it. It's I can't believe it's hasn't been guessed.
Wow. Yeah, just scroll up, everybody, for the next one and see what numbers that you can guess, if once everybody gets their second guess in, and which ones aren't there, and go by process of elimination.
Now I'm worried that it has been guessed. Now I'm going to just kind of...
Well, I don't know the numbers, so I couldn't help you.
Oh, I know. I should have sent it to you. Here, let's see if I can... I'm doing too many things at the same time. Let's see. I know...
A clue. Yeah, the clue is it's an interesting number.
There you go. I sent it to you, but I'm going to try to...
Where'd you send it to me to?
It's in the private chat comments when you see comments at the top.
I'm on my phone, so just
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about
okay.
it.
No, I got it.
I haven't seen it. I really haven't. All right, everybody, make one more guess. Try to pick a different number. I'm not seeing it. 1 to 60, please. I see it. I see it. Somebody's already guessed it. Let's see if Nightbot pegged it. Yep. There we go. Handmade Designs. It says it was number 9. Oh, your name showed up above? Okay, I'm so sorry. Well, now I'm seeing it in Handmade Designs 1. And so you're the winner of the yarn and the knitting needle and the pattern. So congratulations. I'm sorry if I didn't see it earlier. I'm glad that you won. That's great. Everybody say congratulations. I think we might have lost Barb. Let me add her back. Sorry, I'm just doing too many things at the same time.
That's okay. I was yelling at my screen, Gina, somebody got it. They got it.
Oh, you got it. Okay. It was handmade, right?
But yeah, but when I clicked on the chat, it kicked me out of seeing you, out of the room totally. So that's why you couldn't hear me. That's all.
I'm so sorry about that. Let's see.
That's not your fault.
I'm not the best at doing all of these. Let's see.
Oh, me neither.
Melissa is saying she goes live tonight at 8:30 Eastern. And if anyone's interested, they always have fun and giveaways. That's her link. So
awesome.
Please check out Melissa Crochets with Love.
I'll try to get there. I have troubles. Usually between 7 and 9 are my family hours where we're, watching. Tonight, I think we're watching the Santa Claus. So I might not be able to make it, but I definitely will watch the replay. So there's always replays, everybody.
Oh, I love that movie. That's a really great movie. Thank you guys so much for all of the wonderful comments. I really do appreciate it. I'm hoping, like I said, you guys need to hold me accountable for finishing this up. I want to finish it. So you guys ask me about it. That's what I'm trying to do. Ask me about it so that I will make sure I get it done. And let's see. Everybody's going to try to be there. That's what I was hoping, Granny D, was I could wear it with many different things. So we'll just see. It's a little heavy but it is cotton. So I'm hoping that even though it's heavy, it'll wear well in the summer. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And Teresa, thank you for letting me share your clue 1. Your advent is looking so beautiful. And the second clue, that was the other thing I should have said, is the second clue has already come out. Let's see who won that. That was Melanie. Yes. Yeah, it's called Umbrella, and I'm excited about that. It looks like it's a little bit easier knitting, a little bit of knit and purl, but it's going to be pretty fun, and all the projects are looking really, really nice. And Patty, thank you for letting me share yours as well. It's really pretty. Let's see. Melissa's saying tomorrow night there's Garner Fiber Sisters live at Jeannie with the Butterfly Dreams Crochet channel. And I have her channel scrolling as well. Jeannie's channel she's one of my members, so her link should be scrolling, as is Melissa. Let's see. I am so behind. You're keeping up better with this than me. Michelle loves the amigurumi. Me too. It's so cute. I think the thing I love about this year's patterns, I'm not going to be able to keep up with it and make it, but I am going to come back and make them because they're nature inspired. I love the little squirrel. I love the little robin. And they're not, each day is a new pattern. They're just not very big so that you can finish it in a day, but they're really, really nice. Let's see. Charlene is saying she's struggling to learn to knit. Do you know of any good YouTube channels to teach? She's left-handed crocheter for 46 years and been told that it doesn't matter when you knit. Help. I would say that I would try continental knitting if you're definitely since you've crocheted for such a long time and you're used to holding the yarn in your left hand. That would probably be a really good fit for you. A lot of my tutorials are not that; they're English. I'm trying to think of who is a continental knitter that does tutorials. Do you do continental tutorials on your channel?
I haven't started the tutorials yet, but that's something I want to start to try to do, because I used to throw and now I'm continental since I do so much crocheting. There's all I would suggest what you do, Charlene, is go into YouTube and in the search bar just type left hand knit tutorials, because Mikey of the Crochet Crowd, he crochets right-handed, but all you have to do when you upload a video is upload it in reverse and it's magically left hand. He doesn't crochet left hand at all. Like those videos are just reversed. So what you want to do is just look for somebody who does that same thing in the knitting world. So just type in knitting left hand tutorials and start from there. You'll find bunches. I promise. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's so much online, so much online. And the video is really the best way to do it. I learned when I had to read. I wasn't really, but I did learn with some videos, and I preferred the videos because you can stop it and rewatch it and go along with it. So I'm sure you'll find a lot of stuff on the YouTube. And just practice. It just is a lot of, doing something simple and practice, and you'll get it.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Stacy's asking, what size beads do I use? These are Miyake round seed beads. I use a 6/0 with this is a heavy lace yarn. So that's in between fingering and lace. I use a crochet hook, like it looks like this. It's a 1.30 millimeter, size 10. Let me show you what it looks like when you put the bead on the
So
crochet hook.
when you say 6/0 bead, does that mean that there's 6 beads per inch?
No.
How does that work?
The 6/0 means that's just a classification that they put it on, but it corresponds back to the size of the hole that the bead
Okay.
and the center. And like it's hard to show it, but some beads, like the smaller the number, this is going to mess with your mind a little bit. The smaller the number, the larger the hole of the bead. The bigger the number, the littler the hole. So like a lot of beads like you see are 11/0 and 15/0. Those are really, really tiny holes. I use a 6/0, and that can kind of be used with lace weight, fingering weight, even up to DK weight. And maybe it might be a stretch, but maybe even a really thin worsted. But you might want to use a 5/0 for a worsted weight. But it just, when you put it on your crochet hook to put the bead on your stitch, it just looks like that. And that's what I use. Let's see. Teensy says she loves the little patterns that we have for the giveaway for today. Speaking of the giveaway, we haven't really talked about the replay giveaway. Today I was thinking about, should I do the Advent patterns again, or since I know we talk a lot about wearables, I think today I'm just going to open it up and let it be your choice. So on the next live show, what I'm going to do, you guys make a comment under this video here today. Just make a comment. You don't have to put a special word. I'll just choose from all the comments. I'll pick 2 winners, and each person will win pattern of your choice up to US $15. And I'll do that for my replay giveaways on Sunday. My next show will be on Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Just remember, it's after the show is off. We're done the live. Put it under the actual video in the replay section, just not in the comments where you're typing right now.
Right. Absolutely. Thank you for clarifying that. Let's see. All right. Everybody's just kind of chit-chatting, so let me kind of scroll through that a little bit quicker and say I just enjoy it. When you guys do that, it just warms my heart to see you guys interacting and connecting, because that, for me, and I know Barb as well, we both, and that's why we really wanted to do YouTube, was for the connections and fiber, meeting people who have a love of fiber like we do, and the craft. So I love seeing that. Let me make sure I did not miss anything. Oh, do you guys, if you don't mind, I know we're like 2 hours. I didn't mean to keep everybody so long, but do you mind if I share the Advent yarns for today? I haven't done that. And I have one other thing I want to ask you guys and ask you, Barb, kind of like an off the cuff question. So if you guys, do you mind staying a little bit longer? Or I can share it another day if you're
I'm totally good if everybody else is. Yeah, I'm game.
okay. Well, you guys know I have an Advent box. I bought this, and this is the first time I've ever done this. And this is from Swoon Fibers. She's an Etsy store. She's out of Rochester, Minnesota, I believe, or New York. I can't. It's one of the two, but I've got a link to her shop down below. I opened day 1 and day 2. This is 24 days of mini skeins. Each mini skein is 46 grams. That's 46 meters, which is a 10-gram skein. And there's 24 of them, which is over 1,000 yards. And then on the 25th package, you get a full skein, which is a 100-gram skein. So it's about 1,500 yards of 1,500 yards. So I was trying to find the pattern. Oh, I forgot to share that as well. The Advent patterns. I have another short video clip about that. I was trying to find some more Advent patterns. I know Amber O'Brien has some beautiful Advent patterns this year. Her link for those is down in the description box below. And maybe I should just show those. But I'm thinking with this yarn, I'm leaning towards the Skyline Wrap, which is by Helen Stewart. Let me show this video. It's not that long, but these are some Advent patterns that you can use if you do have yarn Advent sets, or if you have some scrap yarns and you want to make your own Advent set. Another great idea you can do as well is find a friend like Barb, and I could do an Advent. I could do an Advent with some of my scraps and send it to her, and she could do an Advent with some of her scraps and send it to me.
I was thinking of that for next year, actually.
We should do that. Let's do that. I would love to do that with you next year. And
I'll dice them up.
It's a date. We'll do it. All right, let me show these patterns real quick that I have, and all this stuff again is down in the description box below. I believe we'll be able to talk over this. I just have too much to share today. Let's see. Here's great Advent patterns. All right, this is the Skyline Wrap. This is by Helen Stewart, and it's got 24 different colors that she uses in this. I kind of maybe made these a little too long. I've got some different views of this, so just give it a second. It'll change.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice. And her patterns are very well written. She does them line by line, so you can kind of check it off as you go.
Oh, I like that.
Me too. It's really nice.
So how much was this pattern?
I think it was part of her knit vent. It might be like $6 or $7. This one is free. This is called the Knotty Yarnies Calendar Stole by Samantha Van Noy. It's free right now in Ravelry. I think it's going to stay free, and it's beautiful.
Gina, can you maybe take the last comment you have on the screen? It's kind of voiding out the names on the screen.
Okay, let me find it. Sorry.
Of the video, so it stayed over it. I don't know if you know what it.
I've got to find it. All right, sorry, I got a lot of numbers in here. Hold on.
Oh yeah, no worries. I just noticed that when I looked over my laptop.
I've lost my comment.
I'm sure you're linking all these beautiful patterns.
Yes, and those are the Amber O'Brien patterns. Those are she has blankets, she has sweaters, she has pillows that you can do from Advent, and it's just really, really amazing. I'm sorry I couldn't find the comment again.
No, that's okay. That's fine.
Oh wait, there it is. Now I found it. There you go. As it finishes up. So sorry about that. I'm not in that screen when I'm not in the comment screen when I'm over here with the videos.
Can I make a suggestion as well?
Mm-hmm.
Also Cozy Up Knits, who is one of my fellow Canadian designer. It's a family, 4 sisters and a mom. They have a bunch of patterns that are Advent patterns, and they're all on for 25% off for the month of December. So they're Advent patterns, and they're like, you get a hat, cowl, mitten pattern. There's 2 of those, I think. There's a couple of shawls. There's no blanket like that. Those beautiful ones you showed too, but there's a bunch as well, and they're on for sale for 25% off. I just watched their podcast there last night. So
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that. We'll do the link in the description box below to share with everybody. Let me go ahead and share these 2 yarns real quick. This is number 3. If you guys want a little bit of a reminder, I won't keep it too long, but this was the first one, and this was the second one. I'll hold them all together side by side, maybe, and that way you can see how they're all going to look. There's those 2 together.
pretty.
This is called a rosy Christmas, so it's going to be neutral pinkies because I love the pinks, and I think that's probably why I consented to buy it, because I'm kind of picky about what colors. So anyway, ooh, this is beautiful. Ah, look at this. This is the third one. It's got some gold with a little bit of pink in it. That's really nice.
That reminds me of something.
These are all kind of a little speckled. And here's the fourth one. I know I'm trying to keep everybody super long. I'll try to make this faster but this again is Swoon Fibers. Really beautiful. It's another gold. Look at this. Ooh. Oh, so pretty.
Oh, you can almost do a fade with those too.
That's what I'm thinking. Look at this. Here they all 4.
Oh yeah, look at
together. That. That's them all side by side.
Oh my.
It's really nice. So get my hand off of it. But there you go. That's the 2 for today that I wanted to open up. And maybe I should keep these out of the bag instead of putting them back in the bag. And these are fingering weight yarns. I think they're 75% superwash, 25% nylon, 4-ply yarns. She has some beautiful yarns. She has lace weights. She has all kinds of other yarns as well in her shop in Etsy. And the links below. And let's see, the other random question I wanted to ask you, let's kind of leave with something fun. And please, if you're in the chat and you want to answer this as well, we would love to hear this. I know you watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. Do you have one of those channels on YouTube that's kind of like a guilty pleasure, or like something that you want to watch just to kind of lift your spirits up? Some kind of, is there one channel that you really, or maybe a couple of channels that you really just love to tune into when you just need your mood lifted?
Yeah, I'm kind of a person who likes like upbeat and not ones that kind of basically tell me their problems, I guess. Like I like ones that are like, just leave for me, it's all about the yarn. So as long as they're chatting about the yarn play and what their projects are, and like you want to get away from the everyday life stuff. That's my opinion, of course. So what I really like people, and I'll say, for instance, I'm going to name 3 podcasts that really uplift me when I'm watching them, because like I watch more than podcasts. I watch a lot of different things, but one is, am I still there? Yeah. Okay. One is Chevy Rell. Okay. That's one. And then number 2 is We Share Needles, and that's with Maddie and Kristen. And they are so upbeat all the time. Like I've watched them since I think I was one of their first 50 subscribers or something. And then the last one is Arkansas. I hope that's or Arkansas Yarn Co. Those ladies, they're one is from Canada, so she's my fellow Canadian gal, but she lives down there. And then the store owner of Arkansas Yarn Co. is Lori, and then there's her daughter Jessica that's on there as well. And the 3 of them they're just like my kind of people. Like they're upbeat and chipper and fun, and I love all those ladies. And I watch things too, like Needles at the Ready, and then my guys over at Fiber Hustle. I really enjoy Chip and Aaron on there. They do sewing, knitting, crochet, all that stuff. But I don't know if you could find a person that watches as many podcasts as I do, especially somebody that's also a podcaster. Like my husband will have the TV on normally, and I'll be sitting watching my podcast on my iPad beside me in my ear with one earphone out, to have conversations with them and let them watch their shows while I'm watching my podcast and getting inspired by everybody else. And of course, your channel, Gina, you know, I keep up with your channel, of course.
Well,
But,
you didn't have to say that.
I do.
No, I think if I share one of mine, and I think you should send me those links because those are really pertinent channels. My channel is more like totally not it's off the fiber scale. I like to watch a lot of dog channels. I like to watch and I was thinking about it. They're actually all in the UK and they're all like husky Malamutes, which is kind
Oh,
of weird. Yeah, I like to watch Living with Malamutes. They have a really good channel, really funny. They have all these big giant dogs and then a
they make
cat.
good fur.
I don't know what they do with all their fur,
Well,
but
they
they
have
had
great fur yarn. There's yarn that they have out there that's Malamute yarn, or the other one is the white. It's a white dog anyway, and they have a fur that they spin as well.
ooh, sounds
Have you ever
beautiful.
have you ever watched Explore? It's a YouTube channel that's called Explore, and they have a bunch of wildlife video like cameras up in the wild. And I sit there during salmon's spawn season, and you see the salmon all jumping. It's in Alaska, and they're jumping over the falls. And the bears, they're grizzly bears, and they're grabbing the fish right out of the water as they're trying to jump up the falls. And you see the baby bears, and you see the interactions between all the bears. There's hundreds of bears that are there, and there's a chat that goes on all summer in the side, and they know the names of the bears, and oh, it's amazing. I just
Sounds
love that.
awesome.
Yeah, I just love that one too.
But I like to watch Sherpa and I like to watch Kiyush. There are other Malamute, Husky Malamutes, and I think they're really funny. And there was another one. I wish I remembered the name now that it's just coming to my brain. There's some dog. I think she lives in the US. She talks because her owners have trained her how to use these buttons. And when she presses these buttons that are associated with words, and when she presses the buttons, it'll be like outside, she'll be like, she'll say her name, she'll go, so and so outside, or she'll, so she can have a really good, intelligent conversation with.
Oh,
Yeah, it's impressive. I'll have to think of the name of it so I can put the link in the description box below. But it just isn't impressive to see how much they've taught her and how much she retains and speaks, and conveys her thoughts. I hope that's really her thought, but it seems like it was her thought. So
everybody's got lots of things that they love watching. I'm not going to have enough hours in the day to now like to take notes.
Exactly. And I do want to say a quick thing. I have seen your question. Charlene, please email me. We'll work on that. Somebody mentioned, does Linda Simpson knit that way? I think she knits with her. She knits right-handed, even though she is left-handed. She crochets left-handed. So I think her tutorials were like mine. But,
and she's a thrower as well.
Right. But she is left-handed, which is interesting. So I'll help you out, Charlene. Just email me. We'll figure it out. I haven't ignored your comments. I just got a little busy. Let's see. And I know David joined us. David Browning came in, and Patty Rodriguez. Just say hello. Staff Stitch, excuse me. It's just nice to see everybody here, and thank you for spending time with us. We really do appreciate it. And I've had so much fun chatting with you today and just getting to know you better and us talking about patterns and Christmas and tips. And thank you so much for coming on and being my second friend of Christmas. I really do appreciate that.
Anytime. Like I said, I couldn't imagine, you just doing it by yourself. That wasn't the point of it. So it was like, what? No. I'll jump in and no worries. I'm always here.
Well, I appreciate it. We chat actually offline, so it just feels like we've just spent a few hours together like we normally do, but with some more friends of ours. So it's been fun.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Everybody, please check out all their different channels for their guilty pleasures. I'm excited. I'm going to come back and like you said, take some notes. And David is saying,
yes, David. Yes.
Fiber Hustle. Yes. Yeah, we went to their bingo.
We did. I won.
Barb dressed up and she was scary. I was like, is that my friend Barb? She scared me with her makeup. but we went to their Halloween bingo. It was so much fun. And
Mhm.
I was Yarn Barf, and Barb was something very scary.
I
So
don't know what I was. I just did my outfit around my hat that I crocheted. I crocheted a hat with a spider web and a big spider on it, and I hate spiders, and then yeah, and it went from there.
it was really good. It was really,
Thanks.
really good. And you can check out her hat on one of her recent videos, how she did it all and stuff. But Jen was saying, no, there's no special words for the replay. Just, I'm going to pick from the comments. Just make a comment under this video. I'm not going to make you guys do all of that. And let's see. Oh, so Michelle's helping me out. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys helping me out. Zara as well. Thank you. Thank you all for spending time with us. I know we ran a little long today. We just got to having so much fun. It's been amazing. And I just wish you and your family a Merry Christmas, Barb. And
Yeah,
I hope
you too, and
I know,
everybody else.
yeah, I know we'll chat before then, but I just
Mhm.
wanted to say that here as well. And thank
Mhm.
you all. And my next show will be on Sunday at 1 p.m. I have another special friend coming up for that. And would love to have you join me. And we'll have some more patterns and some more giveaways, and just spend some time getting to know everybody better and having some fun chit chat. So hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you again. And we will see you all very, very soon. Take care.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah, take care.